My dear learners, good morning everybody. How are you? I think all of you are well. I am also well. Today I am going to take a class for the students of class 11 and 12 on English first paper, Unit 7, Lesson 1, and I request all of my dear learners to stay with me till the end of the class, and at the same time please take your book and open at page 85. That means Unit 7, Lesson 1. Here, discuss in a small group the following questions. What do you mean by traffic? So, I have written the name of the topic, how your brain negotiates traffic. Actually, all the discussions or today's discussion will be held on traffic. At first, what is the meaning of the word traffic? Traffic means vehicles. Traffic means vehicles. Yes, you are right. Buses, trucks, cars, Honda, motor, etc. Train, everything includes traffic. Who controls the traffic? Actually, traffic is not controlled by itself, rather someone or somebody has to control it. And who controls it? What are the challenges of traffic control? You know that in a capital city, particularly Dhaka, traffic jam or traffic congestion is a serious problem. That's why we have to face a lot of problems. We have to spend our valuable times on the road. We cannot reach our destination on time. And today, I want to discuss about the traffics. Do you ride a bicycle? If yes, how do you negotiate the traffic? How you can manage, or how are you able to ride a bicycle? You have to control it. And how can you control it? You speak in a group. If you don't know how to ride a bicycle, ask a friend who does. If you have no knowledge, or if you are not expert in riding a bicycle, then you will find some friends who can ride a bicycle and try to make a conversation with them, how they can negotiate riding on a cycle. Read the pages below and complete the activities mentioned at the end of the passage. When you are in the driving seat of a car, you have the steering and the horn in your hands, the brake and accelerator under your feet, eyes open, looking ahead, left and right. Here, some important aspects of or for driving a car have been mentioned here. when you are in the driving seat of a car, that means if you want to drive a car sitting in a car, then you have to follow some rules and regulation. You have to maintain something, and what are those? You will have the steering and the horn in your hands, the brake and accelerator under your feet. These two things are kept under feet, eyes open, looking ahead, left and right. And the most important thing is that you should keep your eyes always open. That means you should be always careful, because you may face an accident anytime, any moment. That's why you should be alert, you should be vigilant, you should be vigilant, and that's why you have to keep your eyes open, looking ahead, left and right. The same can be said about motorcycle rider with some modifications. Modifications means changes. What type of driver you may be, that doesn't matter, but you have to follow all the mentionable or all the mentioned things or aspects if you want to drive a car. What type of car it may be, that doesn't matter, but you have to keep the mentioned things in your mind in order to drive properly, in order to drive carefully. But these are all very visible. All the mentioned things are visible. That means we can see steering, the horn, the accelerator, the brake. All these things are practical. They have existence and we can touch them. They have physical appearance, they have physical existence. That's why here it has been said that all these are all very visible, but behind all there is something that keeps working unseen. But there is something working behind all these visible things. And what is that thing? And that thing is very important. That is your brain. If you are given everything, but if your brain doesn't work, doesn't function, then what will happen? You will not be able to drive a car. You will not be able to drive a car. So here the writer says that we need certain things that are physically found. They have physical appearance, but behind these things there is something that works without physically present, without being physically present, okay. And what is that thing? That thing is our brain, okay. And that is the central processing unit, your brain. And here brain has been compared to CPU, central processing unit. My dear students or my dear learners, you know that CPU is the main part of a computer. Without CPU, no computer works. No computer works. That's why here our brain has been compared to what? To CPU. central processing unit. So, in our body, brain is called the central processing unit. Actually, it controls everything. Brain will give you direction what to do or what you will not to do. What will you have to do or what will you not have to do. Understand? Yes. CPUs are artificial intelligent machines that are programmed to do a specific job under fixed conditions and judgment. Here we get the definition of CPUs. CPUs are what? CPUs are artificially intelligent machines that are programmed to do a specific jobs under fixed conditions and judgment. And if they are given command, they can give you output according to the given command. Understand? But the human brain is intelligent by nature. CPUs are man-made machines and they do work under some fixed conditions and fixed judgment. But in case of our nature, in case of our brain, it is intelligent by nature. That means brain is our in one quality and it works naturally. It is the most sophisticated machine that is able to operate on ever-changing conditions and standard of judgment. Here, brain has been compared to the most sophisticated machine, a developed machine that is able to work, operate or work, that can work or that can operate on ever-changing conditions and standards of judgment. As conditions in the traffic keep invariably changing, this virtue of judgment, this virtue of sophistication of your brain must be at work when you are driving. This virtue of sophistication of your brain must be at work when you are driving. If you are given everything that are essential for driving a car, but if your brain doesn't work, then you will have to face some problems. You will not be able to drive a car actually. So, I am going to mention the most important thing, that both the essential things that are physically present should keep working smoothly. At the same time, your brain must work, and if these two things works simultaneously, then you will be able to drive a car. Okay. The difference between traffic in the roads and highways and AC circuit must not be blurring inside you. That means your brain will give you signal where you are going to drive and what type of motion, what type of speed should be utilized for driving on a particular situation, on a particular space, and you will take decision yourself, and your decision will be given by your brain. If your brain does not work well here, then you may meet any problem, serious problem. That means you may meet serious accident. Never imagine yourself to be Michael Schumacher driving a F1 at 300 miles per hour. You should not compare yourself with anybody, any retard. Rather, you should think yourself what you are. Really think yourself what you really imagine yourself what you are. Leave no room for fantasy. Actually, in our imagination we can do anything, but we should be practical here, because we cannot do anything while driving a car. While driving a car, that means for driving a car, imagination has no place, has no room. Rather, you should be practical. And recently, you have noticed that some serious accidents are happening in your country. Why? Because most of the persons who drive the car are careless. They are not practical, rather they are imaginative. That's why they meet serious accidents. Okay, but here I will advise you to be practical if you want to drive a car. You must always be ready to encounter unexpected behavior from any vehicles or pedestrian. This is very much practical, because you don't know who will come or what type of vehicles would come to you while driving a car, and that's why you may encounter, you may face or encounter unexpected problems that may even lead you to death. Keep yourself cool is easy to advise but difficult to maintain. That means it is easy to say but difficult to do. Sometimes we advise others to be cool while driving a car, but actually when we find ourselves in driving something, we never follow this advice. That's very pathetic. Still, you must always restrain yourself, because at the end of the day, you don't want to be regarded as a killer. It should be our target, it should be our goal, it should be our aim. That at the end of the day, we do not want to prove ourselves as a killer. Rather, we want to prove ourselves as someone or somebody who can drive at a cool speed or a cool way. So, now you see, the last thing that differentiates you from a computer is your conscience. Is your conscience. That means computer is an artificial or man-made machine, and if you give command to a computer, then it will give you output according to your command or the command given by you. But your brain is something that can take decision on an instant moment, whether you have what you are going to do or what you should not do. you will get the decision from your brain, and this is called conscience. And this thing makes you different from a computer. So from this lesson we have learned something important that is very practical in our life. So I request all of you to be practical while driving any vehicle. Today I like to stop here, and in my next class I shall discuss Unit 7, Lesson 2, Topic Capital of the World. So I request all of you to read the text or go through the text, then it will be very helpful for you to understand the text. Thank you all.